All right, so in this video, we're talking about Mercury Bank and little things founders don't always notice until later. Mercury's one of the most popular banking business apps right now, especially for startups, and honestly, it's easy to see why. There's no monthly fees, no minimum balances, a slick dashboard, and a setup that takes minutes instead of weeks. But here's the thing, even with a free account, there are still a couple of places where costs can sneak in. They're not deal breakers. Mercury is still one of my top recommendations, but I want to make sure you know about them before you sign up. And if you're new here, I'm Erin, your money friend, and I'm here to break the stuff down like we're just talking over coffee. I've got a friend who once opened a free business account at a big old bank. Thought they were saving money. A couple months later, bam, a $25 wire fee here, a $12 overdraft fee there, and even a penalty for dropping under a balance for one day. None of those looked huge on their own, but they did add up, and it made me realize free doesn't always mean free. That's why I want to walk you through Mercury today, not to scare you off, but to show you where the fine print usually hides, so Mercury stays a free win for your business. What Mercury gives you. The good stuff. If you're brand new to Mercury, think of it like a modern bank built completely online. There are no branches, no waiting in line. Everything happens on your laptop or your phone. That's why so many startups love it. You can set it up in minutes and get straight to running your business instead of wrestling with paperwork. Here's what makes Mercury great. No monthly fees. This means Mercury doesn't charge you just to keep the account open. At many traditional banks, you might pay $10 to $20 a month just for the privilege of having an account, even if you barely use it. Here, that is not the case. No minimums. Some banks make you keep thousands sitting in the account or else they hit you with a fee. With Mercury, you can have $5 or $50,000 and you still won't get penalized. Multiple accounts under one login. Imagine having one main wallet, but being able to split it into different envelopes. One for payroll, one for taxes, one for savings. That's what this feature does. It helps you stay organized without juggling logins at different banks. Debit cards for your team. You can give your employees cards to use, either physical plastic ones or digital versions, and you set the rules. Maybe $200 max for office supplies or only usable at certain vendors. Why it's important is it keeps spending under control without you swiping your card for everyone. Clean dashboard. The app and website are simple to read and navigate. Instead of a cluttered, confusing bank portal, Mercury looks more like a modern application, so you can actually see your balances, payments, and transfers without guessing where to click. Why should you care? Because for founders and small business owners, Mercury removes a lot of that friction that comes with traditional banks. It feels simple, fast, and actually modern compared to old school banks that still make you fill out forms or visit a branch. Here are things to watch out for. Number one is international payments. Mercury says wires are free and they are on their side. But here's the catch. When you send monies overseas in another currency, other banks in the middle might add their own small charges. Think of it like driving on a freeway where Mercury covers the toll at the first gate, but then 2 more toll booths pop up before you reach your destination. It's not Mercury charging you, but it still comes out of your pocket. Number 2, cash deposits. Mercury doesn't handle cash deposits at all, so if your business takes in a lot of physical cash, like a food truck or retail shop, you'll need a second account at a different bank that can handle those deposits. Mercury works great for digital payments and transfer, but it's not built for handling piles of dollar bills. All right, so here is Mercury's pricing page. You've got 3 tiers, the free plan at $0, Mercury Plus for $29.90 a month, Mercury Pro at $299 a month. At first glance, the free plan looks great. You get company cards, bill pay, accounting, and expense management all included, but here's where the hidden fees show up. Look closely under Mercury Plus. Invoicing with ACH debit is free. It costs $1 per transaction. If you're paying a lot of vendors or contractors this way, it really does add up fast. On the Pro version, ACH debit finally drops to $0 per transaction, but you're paying $2.99 a month just to unlock that. Next is user reimbursements. Mercury Plus includes reimbursements for up to 20 users per month, but if you go over that limit, it's $5 per additional active user. On Pro, it expands to 250 users, but that $5 fee per extra user still applies. This is the kind of small fee you don't notice until your team scales up. Treasury access is another one. See the fine print under the free plan. Treasury is unlocked with a $250,000 Mercury balance. That means if you don't keep $250,000 in your account, your money just sits in checking without earning anything extra. So while the free plan feels generous, the hidden fees are tucked into things like per transaction ACH charges, user reimbursement caps, and the high balance required to access Treasury. If your business grows, those small details can quietly turn into real costs. How to keep Mercury free. Here's how to avoid surprise costs. Stick with the free plan unless you absolutely need the extras, and when sending money overseas, check if it's in US dollars or a foreign currency. That's where the fees silently creep in. If you've got extra cash sitting around, move it into Treasury so that it grows. And if you handle cash in your business, keep a side account somewhere that accepts deposits. Q&A, common questions about Mercury. Question, is Mercury really free? Yes, the basic account has no monthly fees or minimums, but remember, costs can still sneak in with things like foreign payments or if you upgrade to a paid plan you don't use. Question, can I deposit cash at Mercury? Nope. Mercury is fully online, so it's perfect for digital businesses. If your business takes cash, you'll want a side account somewhere else for that. Question, what's this Treasury thing? Treasury is Mercury's way of letting your extra money grow. Your regular checking doesn't earn interest, but if you move funds into Treasury, it's like putting them in a savings jar that earns a return. Question, who is Mercury best for? It's ideal for startups, online businesses, and founders who want speed, flexibility, and modern tools. If you don't need to deposit cash every day, Mercury could be a great fit. So that's Mercury in 2025, one of the best options for startups, no question, as long as you know these little details. If you want to check it out for yourself, I've dropped my link down below. It's free to click, helps support the channel, and sometimes Mercury gives out bonuses when you join. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Erin, your money friend. If this video helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. I'll see you in the next one.